Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fable Table, an actual play live stream focused on critical world building, collaborative storytelling, and finding the fun in games. As you might notice, Shannon, Shannon. I mean, Temer, welcome to the show. How are you doing today? Glad to have
Good,
you here.
good. Glad to be here.
Yes, thanks for stepping in like at the last minute. Um,
Uh,
to Today we're gonna do something a little. I mean, it's not entirely different because we've done some one shots in the past, but we're gonna do another one shot because I'm having a hard week and prep is hard, unless you're John, and then he just preps. That's all he does. It's all he does.
It's true. I just made a 17,000 word document for Saturday's game last night and a battle map
Oh my
we'll
with
have to
god.
read
dynamic
that.
lighting in it. Nice. Ah,
Yeah. So we had a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago at this point, kind of put a little a pin in the party at the Hollows after our party had rescued the city, the town from the Rust Brothers. They threw a big party. And we had talked about playing as goats, crashing the party, using a role playing game called Goat Crashers. So that's what we're gonna do today. I have shared it in our Discord general chat. So if you are not yet a member and you're watching this live or the YouTube video afterwards, come on over to our Discord, come to our Tavern General chat, and just search Goat Crashers. Um, and that's where you'll find these rules. It's super simple. Um, yeah, and none of us have played it before, and we haven't looked at the rules. I've glanced at them, but we're gonna figure it out. So let's do this. As a quick recap of the party, the festival going on at the Hollows, I did a quick re-listen of some of the things we talked about happened. Um, there was Dola in charge of decorations and games. She enlisted Hogue to do kind of whack-a-mole stone singing, so like earth just popping up and kids trying to stomp on it. Cacophony was doing knife throwing lessons with children. Um, I'm sure there's other games going on. Merrick was in charge of the food and presented a garden feast of veggies, pies, sourdough bread that melted in your mouth, and then fruit tarts with strawberry, rhubarb, and lemon. Cedric and Basil were in charge of the alcohol. Cedric pulled together a bunch of wine and ale and gin. Meanwhile, Basil went out and found some oranges and rosemary, maybe? What do you think? Orange and rosemary, does that go together, Andy? Our,
They
our,
sure fucking do.
our resident cocktail expert?
They absolutely do.
Yeah, so that we probably would have had some old fashions, or something going on there.
Right. Poor
Chives,
thieves.
yeah, Chives ate a bunch of grass to make a dance floor. And I'm sure there's lots of other stuff that's going on, but we're gonna figure that out. So let's play Goat Crashers here. So I'm just gonna read from this game, which came out in 2019. It's literally one page, a one page rule set of for the game by Grant Howitt. You're a cheeky little goat. Oops, I'm starting some new music. You're a cheeky little goat, and you want to party. Problem is, the only party is being held by humans who don't want goats to ruin it. But to hell with them. You're gonna get inside by any means necessary and have the best time. And at this point, we can create our characters where we're gonna just roll some d6. I'm gonna write down all of our goats information here. Um, we are a type of goat. We have a favorite goat thing to do. We have a goal of what we're doing at the party. Um, and that's it, I guess. There's really nothing else to this. So, If everyone wants to just roll in our chat, figure out what your goat is.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Oh, I was banking on a 5. I didn't want to say anything.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Fainting goat.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I've never been so excited to roll a 5 in my life.
This is pretty good. Andy, are you going to be playing Chives?
Sure, unless that's like
No, I'm being Chives.
is Chives too OP to be in this group? Should we be ancillary goats to Chives' world? Like
You control Basil and Chives in our game, so I'm going to defer to you. What you think is best?
I think narratively, well, first of all, wouldn't Chives be like the one exception who is allowed in the party since he made the dance floor? So like, maybe we're trying to join Chives in this party.
Yeah, although I did narrate that the characters, as they were perusing through the festival, they started all hearing just some really wild rumors about shit that he was up to.
Fair.
And maybe he does his own thing, and we interact with him along the way.
No, that's okay. John, you can be Chives.
Thank you. Confirm Chives is a satanic goat.
Be gentle with the Chives canon.
Okay.
Okay.
Very well.
I will encourage you all, if there is anything on these lists that just really speaks to you, just claim it for yourself. But if you need inspiration, feel free to roll. But go ahead and roll on all 3 of these tables, and then we'll go around and introduce our characters. Go ahead and think of a name for your goat as well, as I'll be recording that. Sean.
I really want to roll a 4 here. If I roll a 4, I may not take a 4.
Oh, this is going to be hard.
I can do headphones.
All right. When anyone is ready to introduce their goat, please go ahead. I'll note that right next to the type of goat you are, there is a skill that you're particularly good at, which will improve your chances of success when performing actions.
God, I'm trying to remember what Chives looks like. Oh, there's an image.
He's got a skull with herbs growing out of it, impaled on his horn.
True. Yeah, he's got this. I'm gonna be playing as Chives, guys. A goat that is definitely not from hell. Even though sometimes when Basil's not looking, he does stand on 2 hind legs and just kind of walks like that behind him menacingly. We don't talk about that. The skull's jawbone does rattle and move, and, occasionally there is a voice that can be heard on the whispered wind, but Basil never hears that either. He just thinks it's the birds and the bees getting freaky. And Chives, today, wants to get freaky on the dance floor with an heiress. Is there an heiress in the Hollows, Apollo_Nick?
We can interpret that loosely. Is there, maybe a particular, leader, or,
Does Torvald Stormeye have a daughter?
Sure, yes.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go dance with her.
I'm gonna actually have to take notes. Oh boy. Yeah, Torvald definitely has a daughter. Her name is Regalda.
Nice.
Dance with Regalda. Storm.
Is that a good bleeding noise?
That was a great bleeding voice.
Very good bleed.
Thank you. It's been a while since I've been a goat in real life.
Drop the
That
bleed.
was an elite bleed.
Thank you.
Okay. What is your favorite goat thing to do? It's bleeding? Is that?
It is bleeding.
Wonderful. Okay.
And also not being demonic.
Okay. Who would like to go next? Thank you, Chives.
I'm still working on a name.
I'm working on a name too. I have no idea. Oh,
No worries.
It could be like Asmodeus if you want, or Mephistopheles,
Oh my god.
Basophius, I think. Abaddon. That's a good one.
Oh, I need to determine what is secretly going on at the party.
Baphomet.
Holy shit. Okay.
It wants to be Dagon. Any Dagons wanting to play?
What's a Dagon?
It's like a fish guy.
Really? What's that from? Is that just like a fantasy thing?
The Philistines, apparently.
Dagon? Oh.
It's like dragon without an R.
A god worshipped in ancient Syria across the middle of the Euphrates.
Yeah.
It's like the top half... Oh, wait. The top half is a man, the bottom half is a fish. But then there's like these other things that look just like sea monsters from a monster fandom website.
Oh, that's probably some Cthulhu guys.
HP Lovecraft. Yeah, okay. Not about that.
Greg, I feel like you and I have a misunderstanding of each other. We need to have a talk one-on-one while I dance around a blood ritual, you know? You and me, bud. We're gonna get a little spiritual together.
All right, I think I'm ready.
All right.
Nope,
Please
nope.
continue. Noise.
All right.
Shadow.
Today I'll be playing Macrack, the bighorn goat who is very, very skilled at fighting and slamming his head into things. And his favorite thing to do is to give headbutts. And his goal at this party is to get absolutely hammered and give the best man speech that you have ever heard in your entire life, even though nobody's getting married. He doesn't care. It's going to happen.
Fantastic.
We'll never
Macrack.
say never.
Is that is that spelled Makrek?
Sure.
Great. I will change one letter in your nameplate. All right. Andy, Temer, either of you ready to go?
I'm ready. So I'll be playing Oatmeal. Oatmeal is a mountain goat. Loves climbing, and he's come down from the hills to sniff out some good, interesting food for his mom, who's a connoisseur. So he's gonna steal some canapes and bring them home. His favorite goat thing to do is eating stuff. Just fucking eat it up. And stuff is a loose term here, so just does not have to be food.
Okay, your goal is steal canapes, and what was the favorite thing?
Eating.
Eating. Oh, wonderful.
Although the canapes are being stolen to give to his mother, who's a connoisseur. She wants something fancy. So, you know, from the metropolitan town of the Hollows.
Okay. Temer, how are you ready to introduce your goat?
I am. Okay, I'm a fainting goat. His name is Laudanum, because he's a fainting goat, I suppose. His favorite goat thing to do is running around. And what he does at the party is to steal a bunch of canapes to give to your mum. And I'm assuming this is Oatmeal's mum also. I'll be giving them to Oatmeal's mum.
Are these goats siblings?
Why not? Let's roll.
Okay. Let me update the rest of these nameplates. And
Definitely an interesting set of parents who'd name their kids Oatmeal and Laudanum.
One's a fainting goat. I
you
mean,
know?
there's maybe we're half brothers, I'm guessing.
Oh boy. How do you spell laudanum? Laudnum?
He could be ether. That helps.
Laudanum is fine. Okay. So, our brave adventuring goats come down from them foothills, dem hills, cross over the foothills at the base of dem hills, for they have heard of heard tales that the Hollows is about to throw the biggest party of the century. You all begin to head towards the town of the Hollows, and your first obstacle is getting into the town. As you know, the Hollows is surrounded by gates, walls with several gates, which are easier access points for you all, but they are guarded by, the City Watch and our Grave Wardens. So your first challenge is to sneak it, to just get on the other side of the gates. So in this system, I present a challenge to each of you, and you all take actions to earn successes to overcome them. Different challenges are going to have different levels of difficulty. So let's talk about actions. When you do something risky, roll 2d6. Add 2d6 if your goat type, your goat type's skill, ties in with the action. So your skills are climbing, occultism, fighting, and fainting. So you get bonus die when you use those. Or you add 2d6 if you're doing your goat's favorite thing, which include eating, bleeding loudly, headbutting, and running around. So when you roll, each die that shows a 4, 5, or 6 is a success, which is opposed by a chaos pool, which I will get to in a bit. So for every 4, 5, or 6 you roll, you decrease the level of difficulty, and once that reaches 0, the obstacle is no longer a problem. You can tackle obstacles as a group or take turns to roll. If you end up with only 1 success, you're in a tight spot. I, the GM, the Goat Master, will describe how the situation gets a little bit worse. If you have no successes, you're in trouble. The GM, the Goat Master, describes how things have gone south, and other goats will have to help you out. So let's start there. You all are heading across the hills, and you have to get to the other side of the gates and the walls, the palisades, if you will.
Okay.
There
Where'd you
are
go?
active patrols and people watching the gates, so this is going to be a difficulty 7 obstacle.
Nice. I just want to point out something spooky happened, unironically. Temer's camera froze with a big eye just staring at the back of his head,
Oh,
and then
God.
his screen died. I'm so sorry. I may have channeled a demonic spirit to you.
Oh no.
Which is what I plan to do to scare the guards away, Apollo_Nick.
Okay.
With the talking head that only Chives seems to hear, he will throw a mystical voice to distract the guards.
Ooh, creepy.
Yes. We are summoning the voice of Mammon.
Mammon?
Yes, Mammon, excuse me. He is to incite greed within them. Why are all those dumb fucks behind you partying when you are the real hero? You're a grave warden. Go. Go and party like it's 1969.
Damn. Okay. So you're doing something risky, so you will roll 2d6, and since you are using occultism here, you get an additional 2d6. So please give me 4d6.
Oh my god. Why don't I...
That
That's 3 successes.
is 3 successes. Nice. So, a couple of the guards are like really spooked out by this, and like, can you hear that? What's that voice? Hold on. What's it saying? What's it saying? Oh God. Oh, that's... Fuck.
Right.
Shit. Is I hear Wick can like get in your head. Is he like fucking with us? I don't know, man, but like he's right. Like nothing's gonna happen. Those Rush brothers, they took off. We should go enjoy ourselves. Okay. Well, all right. Tell you what, we'll take turns. You two head over there. I'll take first watch, but like, don't come back in an hour or two. I definitely want to get one of those strawberry, rhubarb, and lemon fruit tarts that I hear Merrick's making. They sound really good. And two of them walk away. And the other one, probably the most vigilant of the three, stays behind. Like, the one most interested in doing his duty. But, it's a party. He doesn't want to miss out. So, who would like to go next?
Did we clear? We said we cleared most of the guards, or there's still some out there?
There is one guard still, and mechanically there is still 4 difficulty left.
If some of the guards are gone, I assume there's a blind spot that Oatmeal immediately analyzes and spots and on the wall and goes to climb it and pops up to find a route past the remaining guard.
What are you using to climb up on?
The wall?
Oh, you're just climbing the wall itself.
My
He's a climbing
hooves.
goat.
Okay.
Yeah, but
He's
climbing
a
goat. I
climbing
mean,
goat.
if
Pretty good.
the wall is any degree off of 0, he can climb it. So
Okay. Give me your Mission Impossible goat wall climbing roll.
Don't.
Yeah, so you are also a climber, so this will be 46 for you as well.
2 successes.
Oh my god.
That is 2 successes. Okay, so
Yes, as Greg correctly pointed out in the chat, he's a goat, Nick. He climbs.
okay, I'm sorry. I've seen goats climb the steep inclines, but never a completely vertical one, or seemingly vertical one. Okay, so yeah, you're able to climb up and get over, which means you're on the other side, but your companions are not climbers like you.
Am I above the guard that down below that we were getting past?
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
I think I'm gonna knock a loose stone off of this wall and just straight up knock him out.
Oh shit.
He didn't listen to the demon voice, so there has to be consequences.
Oh fuck.
Is Oatmeal a child of God?
Okay. Is anyone?
He's got to get snacks for his mother. It's a long journey home. All right. He doesn't have time to waste.
Ah, yes, just like Isaac. All right.
Temer or Macrack, are either of you like assisting with this role?
I'm waiting until the guard. I see what Oatmeal's going to do, and I'm waiting until the guard turns around after it lands. Either it hits him and knocks him out, or it distracts him, and then Macrack's going in.
Oh my god.
Nice. How about you, Laudanum?
Laudanum is just running around. He's quite excited on the prospects of getting in and just going wild. But he's also very, very, very frightened at the climbing that his brother Oatmeal keeps doing. He's like, you're going to fall. No. And then, he's just waiting. He doesn't really know how to help. He's kind of a party goat, not necessarily a climbing goat, but,
Okay. Are you
He's
doing this
fretting.
like as a distraction to like keep the guards' eyes away from the top of the walls?
He's basically fretting. He's not assisting, not helping in any sort of
Okay.
way. He's just like, no, jumping in circles like like that,
Okay.
He's just hoping everything turns out quite well. But
All right. Okay, Andy, give me Oatmeal's rock dropping check. This will be 2d6, I believe. Yeah, because this does not involve climbing or eating.
All right. Oatmeal plants his front feet, kicks back against a big old rock by the edge of the wall.
That's one success.
One success.
So there is one left. The rock falls and hits the guard on the head, who immediately turns to look up and sees your little goat head poking across, and he's like, "Ow! Damn it, goat! What are you doing up there?"
Slay the non-believer.
Macrack will take the opportunity and he will charge. And
Yes.
right when he's about maybe 6 feet from the goat, he'll go, meh! And see if he can draw his attention so he turns around. The moment his head turns around, boom! Headbutt right to the face.
Awesome. Give me.
Oh my God.
Give
Poor
me.
guard.
Oh my God! You're both fighting and doing headbutts.
Headbutt. Yep.
This is going to be a 66 roll.
All ones. Here it comes.
Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow.
close.
Okay,
This one.
you
Close.
did manage to get the one success you needed. So you tackle this guard, or do you want to describe how you deal with the guard?
No, I mean, I'm going to come right up underneath, like, get low down with my head and just pop right up in the chin and knock him back onto his back.
All right.
And then I'm going to stand on top of his stomach.
Well,
And
you
then
take
do
like
something that's on his shirt.
you have knocked him out cold. Like you have just wrecked this dude's chin. He definitely has like armor on, and it is just crushed like around the mouth area, the jaw area. It looks
Is there
like
a loose piece of his helmet hanging out?
sure.
I'm going to start eating it.
It's metal.
Metal.
Enjoy. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move on to the next section of the rules, which is chaos. When you do something loud or disruptive, the GM adds a dice or two to the chaos pool to reflect the party goers getting more suspicious about the encroaching goats. When the players do something sneaky, take a dice out of the chaos pool. When a goat makes an action, the GM rolls the chaos pool and subtracts successes from the goat's successes. So I definitely didn't do that. I was noting I should probably be adding dice for something loud or disruptive. Something
We
like...
just assassinated a man quite quickly and efficiently.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just like thinking, is it possible others might have heard, the occultish voices or the loud gong of the stone hitting the metal helmet. Okay, we'll just leave it for now. But I will also point out that once per session, each goat can party hard and access the power of chaos. Players, when you do this, grab all the dice in the chaos pool and add them to your now unopposed pool. Roll them and apply them to the current obstacle. Lower the chaos pool to 0. So
Nice.
I will articulate to you where our chaos pool is at as we go. All right. So you've made it in, and now you are in the streets of the Hollows. The party is near the center of town. You can definitely hear like the sounds of music and people like shouting and having fun, dancing, singing. All of that is happening near the middle of town, near the Moss family kitchen. Outside, around it, in it. That's where it is. But there, the streets are crowded. It's a big town. There's lots of people. And so you'll need to make sure that you are subtle about heading towards the party. So your next challenge is to make your way in without being seen. Or without being noticed, necessarily.
Companions, I feel something. The one who is bound by pack has said something, and needs me to do a silly thing. I will be back, and Chives dematerializes to rematerialize somewhere close, but out of sight of Basil, so that he can emphasize Basil's point he is making to someone he is talking to. By stamping on the roof, eating something, or being present.
Okay, so you're like creating an alibi for yourself? Is that what you're doing?
No,
I'm
I'm
confused.
just
He's-
there
he's
by
called
Basil
upon-
now.
He's called upon by Basil's conversational needs. He needs a goat emphasis, so
He
he's
needs
like,
goat emphasis.
he's gonna vanish away from the goat heist for a moment just to be Basil's buddy, and then go
To
back
maintain-
to the heist.
To maintain the narrative, Nick.
I
Because-
see.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
That will hopefully get me right where I need to be, though.
Okay.
Presumably, the demon arc of Chives is one in which he's like, ugh, I have to help this stupid fucking half-elf
This mortal.
make a point.
All right. Give me your 46 occultism roll to just call upon the void and teleport you.
That's 3 successes.
That's 3 successes. Well done. You're in. You're
Oh,
good.
3 is the most unholy number, just like how many horns Chives possess.
Fantastic.
No one sees the secret third one, though. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I think Basil is talking to one of the dwarves, a stone singer, who is just going like on and on and on and on about like the various songs that he has written, and how they are unique and very artistic forms of stone singing, because like his specific music, it moves the stone in really smooth ways, whereas most stone singers, as they move earth, they don't really care about like the smooth shape. Like they just go for jagged, like let me just push this block, let me just like rip this stone from the earth and like shove it where I need it to go. But he you got to keep the stone smooth, according to this guy, and he's discovered the trick to doing that. And Basil is just eating this up, or just like the guy won't shut up about it. And you stomping your hoof when Basil is trying to like cut in and make a comment and like emphasize like, oh, that's really fascinating, and try and change the topic. You help him do that.
Nice. I make direct eye contact with the dwarf. Does he fear me?
No.
He should. All right.
Okay. Let's cut back to the rest of you all. How are you all making your way to the party without being noticed?
Our goal is
Come
kind
on,
of.
Tamer, you're laughing.
I'm trying to think exactly how do goats not get noticed?
What's your favorite thing to do?
Tamer,
does
you know
anyone
how
Yes.
you know in Assassin's Creed, like every pile of straw is a hiding place. Like maybe Laudanum is making his way just down the street, and every time he sees somebody, he just faints and happens to fall into a pile of straw that makes him invisible. That's his sneaking method.
Good for hiding, not necessarily for movement. How about this? Who's with me? Only Chive has left? Has Chives
Yeah.
is gone, but
Yeah.
is that it?
Oatmeal,
Rest of the
Macrack,
group?
and Laudanum still are on their way into the party. And let me restate the obstacle, and that is to just effectively not be noticed.
Oh,
and like to not draw attention to yourself.
Okay, this is easy, guys. Just chill. Nonchalant. Let's just stroll up into the place. It's gonna be good. We're just goats having a good time in the night in town.
I will.
All right.
I'll remind you all that members of the Hollows community include elves, humans, halflings, the fawn, who are like themselves anthropomorphic goat people. Yeah, Selkies, the crow people.
It's all attitude, guys.
Guys,
It's all attitude.
guys, I have an idea. Come on. And I'm going to go look around the nearby huts, and I'm gonna look for a long cloak.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm gonna maybe, if I need to, I'm gonna maybe wait until nobody's done. I'll either bust down the door with my head, or I'll use the piece of the helmet that I'm chewing to pick the lock really quick and try to get in the door. And then I'm gonna look for a long cloak, like a big one.
Okay.
Maybe one that would you say is like 3 goats long?
Maybe 3 goats tall.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. It lists right here under the difficulties for the reference difficulties. Find disguises is a 5 difficulty. So yeah, give me some sort of roll to sneak into a house. It sounds like you've got an item that you're using. I like that. I want to reward that. So go ahead and roll 3d6 for that one.
Got it.
Okay.
2 successes right there.
That is 2 successes.
What was the difficulty of this challenge again?
The total difficulty is a 5.
Does that get us to 5? Because John had 3.
I'm considering these different paths of success.
Okay, got it.
And different paths are going to have different difficulties. So just straight up teleporting is super easy. The difficulty was 3. But
Why haven't you guys done that before?
Okay, so that is 2 successes. So you all head inside to one of these little houses. And oh boy, what does the rest of this represent? I think you do find the disguises, you find it, but it's a matter of making it convincing. If you all are gonna portray a fawn.
Laudanum sneaks in the house and tries to steal any snacks or hors d'oeuvres they have lying around. By the way.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Well, this is easy, guys. Come on. I'll be the base. Oatmeal, you stand on me. Laudanum, you stand at the top. Just put the cloak over top of Laudanum's head, and then Laudanum, you need to eat that pillow over there so your voice softens up a little bit. And we'll just pretend we're this really big, tall lady. We'll just try to stroll in the party.
Okay.
Maybe get a couple of horns, or horns to stick up. Maybe we're on orc.
All right, Laudanum, give me a 4d6 eating check as you try and put pillow fluff in your throat and maybe use some to create a wig. That's 2 more successes, so you all are down to 1 more for the challenge. Let's see.
Oatmeal, you need to complete this disguise, my friend.
Yep.
Let's gonna put it over the top.
I'm gonna go find a good hat or something like that to cover the horns and complete the outfit.
Oh, perfect. Okay, give me a 2d6 as you go looking for a hat. Y'all are doing very well so far.
Oh no.
That is no successes. So if you have no successes, you're in trouble. The GM describes how things have gone south, and the other goats will have to help you out. I think you head into one of the one of the other bedrooms, looking for a hat. And there is a child, playing with some toys in the room. They turn and look at you, and they just look petrified, and they're beginning to well up with tears and get emotional, and they're and they're about to scream. What do you do?
Oh God, Tammer.
I think Laudanum enters cute mode. Cute mode, go! Macrack will shout out. Cute mode, go, go!
Bah, bah. Just in this kind of a soft way,
Are you trying to calm him down?
It's Prance. Trying to coquettishly enhance my cuteness to kind of, in a way, to placate these children.
Okay.
Soft things. I'm soft.
Yeah. Okay. That is a risky action, and I don't think fainting or running around has anything to do with it, so that'll just be a flat 2d6.
do it.
Yes.
That's
One
a
success.
success. All right. The kid like sees the cuteness and just, you goats aren't supposed to be in here. Come on, come on. And right there, like on the inside, like right on his like dresser, his bureau is a hat that you all can grab on your way out. One of you, who was the one that went in the door? That was Oatmeal.
That was me.
Yeah,
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal, you can grab the hat and just like book it and rush out the front door, and the rest of you can follow as you complete your disguise. And around the back side of the house, like in an alley between houses, you all are like completing the disguise. And you make a pretty convincing looking fawn as you all head towards the party. As you move in, you see that Chives is standing on top of a roof, and there is
Blending in with shadows, eyes gleaming red.
a dwarf below with that half elf that Chives hangs out with most of the time. The dwarf is just chatting up the half elf and just droning on and on and on and on. The half elf looks really interested and yet somehow also bored. Okay, so what's the next thing y'all want to do? There's a whole party around, and you all are properly disguised.
I speak to my undergarment saying, "Bah, where should we go next? Come on. We have the punch bowl. We have the dance floor. Guys want to dance?
Punch bowl. Absolutely the punch bowl.
Oatmeal?
I'm down to get snacks. Punch bowl sounds
Alright.
good.
Get some snacks.
We need our legs, which is Macrec, to cooperate in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, a little to the left. More. Yeah. Yeah. Good. All right.
All right. You all head into the buffet line. Or wait, are you going for food or refreshments?
Refreshments.
Okay.
Refreshments.
All
We
right.
need punch first.
Yeah, there is
We
someone
need fancy cocktails.
pouring, like mixing cocktails. It's probably Cedric and some other volunteers. Merrick is supposed to be here, so there is like one area that is unattended, where there's some alcohol and some oranges and glasses where some of those old fashions should be being actively made, but Cedric's like, well, we've got plenty of gin over here. I guess we'll be doing the old fashions later. Feel free to come back later. Let me just make everybody some gins. But there's also the punch bowl over there with just some sangria, non-alcoholic sangria for the little ones. We of course can pour some real wine in there too. So, what are you ordering, or what are you making for yourself?
Guys, they have something here called a Bloody Mary. What happened? Like, oh, no, actually, Mary had a little lamb, not a goat. But oh well, let's tie the joke in there nonetheless.
I think Mary is the name of the mother that we share, who we're trying to steal snacks for. So we're both just like terrified that there's something called a Bloody Mary on the menu.
Yeah. Immediately, it's
Shut up.
just terrified.
Shut up. Hey, bros. See if you can grab a bottle of wine when you go by. I mean, I can't reach
So
it.
if Laudanum is the face of this triad goat and Macrec is the feet, am I the arms?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I do a classic, what's that over there? Pointing to distract somebody, and then try and swipe a bottle of wine from the refreshments table.
Oh my god. Okay.
Conspicuously, the what's that over there expression comes from the chest of this person.
The mouth does not move.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a 2d6, please. That is one success. Okay, so a lot of heads turn in the direction you talk about. What are you reaching for? A bottle of wine?
Big old bottle of wine. Yeah.
Okay.
An amphora.
Yeah.
Or whatever would be the appropriate Apollo's vessel.
Oh, ma'am. Excuse me. I can get that for you, says Cedric as he like rushes over from like the gin and tonic he's making, and he's like, "Oh, what can I get for you? What kind of wine would you like? Sorry, we're supposed to keep our hand, like, we're supposed to keep tabs on all the alcohol, make sure nobody's drinking too much."
Cool. Do you have any
What happened to Mary?
Mary, you want a Bloody Mary? Yeah, we've got these Bloody Marys that have
Leave Mary alone.
They have lamb bacon in them. We've been a little short on the ham, if you know what I mean. So we've been slaughtering some sheep, and we've got, or not sheep, some lamb. We've got lamb bacon. People, they like the salty bacon in their Bloody Marys.
And that is when Laudanum just has a fainting fit right then and there. Turns stiff, just gets freaked out at the sight of Lamb and Lamb talking about it in a drink, and topples over off the little totem pole we have here. It's just
okay.
sad.
What are you trying to achieve by doing this?
It's not an achievement; it's a reaction.
Okay,
literally, that's
Distraction.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while Laudanum faints?
I think we're gonna melodramatic act out the faint with him to sell the terror.
But what is the goal? What is the reaction you're hoping for?
I mean, maybe people will like scramble around and we could sneak under the table and grab some wine like we were planning to do.
I mean, I'm super hoping to bite Cedric's foot so that Oatmeal can steal the wine.
Okay, great.
Everybody will faint down. I'll look over and be like,
okay.
Also, just a note, John Chives has previously said that sheep are a garbage animal that he feels he is above in every way, shape, and form.
I've been waiting for someone to say Bloody Mary 3 times so I could just teleport in like that. I'm not gonna lie. I've been getting so excited because like 2 of you said it at once, but then there was like a minute.
Okay. All right, Laudanum, give me your 4d6 fainting to cause a distraction, while Merrick is going to bite with a 4d6 fighting. We'll call that fighting.
that's what I was going for. Dude, that's 6 successes right there.
That
Nick.
is 6 successes. Okay, so you all faint. Cedric is like, "Oh dear, are you okay?" And like walks around to the other side. You're drawing attention, and suddenly just an ow! Ooh! Ow! 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 Ooh! I must have hit my foot on something. Ooh! That really hurts. Oh God! It's bleeding. Oh God! Oh God! I can't afford to lose another toe. Someone help me to the physician. And other people come over to help Cedric, and he hobbles away. And he's like, "Everyone, just help yourselves to the drinks." And the table is clear. And some other people begin, like, walking up and, like, got that, just tuck that right here, and walk away.
Are they stepping over the goat that just, the fawn person that just fainted?
There is a moment here for you all to act and do what you're doing, and people don't care.
Okay.
I'm scattering from the fun disguise at this point.
Disguise is dropped. Now it's just a goat on the
hell
ground.
yeah, just go.
People like walk over to check on you, and there's just like the garments are just laying empty on the floor.
Garments and some wine corks.
I'm gonna grab one of the bottles of the wine, uncork it, pour about half of it in the punch bowl, spike it, and then I'm gonna go sneak off behind a corner and drink the rest of it.
Okay.
Wow, everyone's distracted with the table that is currently being plundered with alcohol. Do I see any dwarf princesses / heiresses to the Storm Eye line?
Yeah. you see this absolute freak of a human. Like, you don't even know what he is, Chives, but he is utterly... You can't stand
Humans.
this asshole. There is
I
Wick.
can't stand any humans.
Wick, just the worst. Standing
Worst human ever.
with that other terrible guy, Rick, who's just an asshole to everyone as well.
And they rhyme?
Yeah. It's fucking humans rhyming. Oh my god. They're not even directly related. Like, yeah, distant, second uncle,
Yeah.
twice removed.
The blood must be pure and flowing. I agree.
Oh my god. And they are there with Torvald. They're all talking in kind of hushed tones. They all look so fucking serious. God, those pretentious pricks. Like, they're at a fucking party. They should be loosening up.
Right?
And Torvald has his daughter, just the most, like, you hate people. People are the worst. But this dwarven woman is just so radiant and beautiful. And she looks bored. She's standing there, arms crossed, tapping her foot, and she's like, Dad, can I please, go enjoy the party? You talk with your friends. And he's like, oh, my dear, let's go find something for you to do. Pardon me, gentlemen. And Wick and Rick just, okay, yeah, whatever. And he begins walking over, and he's like, yes, over here. We will have you trained as a proud warrior yet. And he, ushers Regalda over to the knife-throwing area where Cacophony is showing children, and now Regalda knife-throwing.
Shit. The bird.
Mm-hmm. Another person you just simply cannot stand.
She's so attentive at the most awkward of times.
Yes.
Whenever I need to do something, she's there. She's constantly just hounding me and Basil. Mm-hmm. She's an interloper of the worst sort.
You have an animal homies bond with Cacophony. Just saying.
That's what Basil thinks. Always keep your enemies close, as they say. I think Basil, he looks down, or not Basil, Chives, excuse me. He looks down at Basil, sees he's doing okay, steps off to the side, and we just do a quick cutaway as he just walks into shadows and appears in a, alleyway in a different set of shadows.
Fantastic.
Truly demonic. At this point, he's going to stand on his hind legs, not dissimilar to a freakish fawn from hell, if you will, and join the line of knife throwing.
Okay. Yeah, I think Chives specifically is notorious, is
Infamous.
True.
Infamous. That's the name of the PlayStation game I was trying to think of. So no one's gonna bat an eye at you being here, but you freak people out. So if you start doing weird shit, people are gonna notice. So you don't have just a total blank check. There's a reason you have to teleport in the shadows and just appear,
Right,
and not in the light of day. Okay, so what are you trying to achieve?
I need to get this heiress's attention so that we can dance in the pale moonlight and summon a person that I really like. Okay.
Okay. Well, the moon is out and the sun is beginning to crest over Dem Hills. Because for some reason the sun's gonna set in the north for dramatic effect. So yeah, you don't have too long if you're going to try and convince her to dance with you. By the time it's just the moon out.
Okay.
Okay.
When she okay. What? You're talking.
What
do you want?
What's your approach?
My goal is, in all movies, when someone is about to be tempted, they're going to be doing an action, and then their attention is just torn away.
Yes.
So, while she is throwing a knife, I want to use my Whispering Scowl. What's this skull's name, Andy? You're muted. But I think you said Diabolus after the name of the...
He is as yet unnamed.
Well, then, me and Diabolus here.
Oh, God.
I shall channel a voice to interrupt her throw and draw her attention towards me in an enchanting, alluring way.
Okay. Give me your 46 occult bullshit.
What if I bleat along with it? Alright, here we go. That is 3 failures.
It's 4 failures.
Oh, 4 failures.
You needed 4, 5, or 6.
True. I don't think I managed to be that enchanting.
When the players do something, the GM describes how the situation gets... Oh, if you have no successes, you're in trouble. The GM describes how things have gone south, and other goats will have to help you out.
Help me, brother.
So, really quickly, I should add some dice to the chaos pool for biting Cedric's foot and causing him to scream. And you know, ask for help. That was loud and disruptive. So I'm gonna add 2 dice to the chaos pool.
Nice.
So I should have probably
like the punch as well.
You spiked the punch. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I poured half of a bottle of wine in
Yeah.
the punch.
Okay.
Rick did.
I'm gonna
The
add
non-alcoholic punch they were giving the kids.
I'm gonna add a 3rd die to the chaos
So
pool
it's the
here.
kids' punch that you spiked.
Oh, of course.
Okay. And I should have declared this before John's roll, so I'm not going to roll opposed to him. But you're in trouble. The GM describes how things have gone south, and the other goats will have to help you out. So what does Regalda hear?
Oh,
No, we lost it, Andy.
Oh
lost
no,
Andy.
Andy.
oh no. I don't know. Diabolus is a freak, honestly. So he's like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?"
Hey, he's back.
And right as Regalda like turns to look, her eyes connecting with just those bleeding, or what do you
Blitz.
yeah, the slitted ibex eyes. Cacophony just like pushes past her and just interrupts and is like, Chives, what are you doing? Get out of here. You're freaking people out.
Interloper.
And
We give a goat screech like a Nazgul and fly away, or not fly, but like run up a wall.
okay. You run up a wall, and you are just really put off by this. That fucking thieving, interfering pro person, interfering
Pros
with your
all
plans
over.
yet again. In the distance, you spy Regalda's father Torvald is like about to rejoin with Wick and Rick, and you spot something really concerning, and that is that there are some really shady looking figures in the bushes behind them, watching
Which
them.
is behind them.
Yes.
Like right behind them, or
At some distance, but like you note that like there are people actively watching Rick, Wick, and now Torvald, and they are concealing themselves, just not to you, since you have this vantage point. But like
true.
down below, they're completely unnoticeable. But up here, you've got a slightly better angle, and you just barely clock them.
well. Oh, how do I? Can I read their minds? Is Chives Chives is a mind reader, right?
Sure, you can use occult to read minds. I am going to use my chaos pool to oppose you, though. Don't forget, though, you once per session can party hard and use this chaos pool.
Is this a once per session for everybody, or once
Yes,
per
everybody gets to do this once
Ah, nice.
each.
How would I even party hard? No, I'm gonna save the party hard.
Okay, give me your 4d6. Reading their minds is going to be...
8 successes.
Well, so what... You're just trying to read their minds? You're not trying to, like, this isn't a means to an end?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to know their intent.
Yeah, let's just...
I can guess it, and I'm always right, but still.
Yeah, that's just gonna be a 2. Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Pose me.
Okay.
Good roll.
Oh boy, what did you roll? Two successes.
Yeah.
2, 2, 6, 6.
Oh, I should just roll in chat here. Keep myself honest. That's 2 successes. That is a negative, Ghost Rider. You get 0.
Okay.
So, you are not able to read their minds for some reason. And there's only one other situation in which your demonic methods have proven ineffective, and that is when your Basil and his companions have fought against the Veilers. You have been unable to access their minds and affect those people with
The
magic.
false god worshipper. The fake demon. I need to find my brother's stat. And I...
You spot them, like, dumping bottles of wine into the punch bowl.
Nice.
And you head their way.
Chaos. I head their way.
And what you're spotting, let's say, so they're all under this like long table that has like a runner around it, so like it's covered. They are all under the tablecloth. Like you see like little goat hands reaching up and just tilting wine bottles in. And you make your way and join them under
Goat
the
hands?
I
Sure.
join my cloven-hooved comrades. Hello.
Brother, any luck?
The scouting is complete.
Hmm.
The ritual is almost prepared. Poorly. As all good rituals are. Anyway, there's some freaks in a bush. You want to scare them?
Sounds like fun. Where are they at?
They're over there. I gesture with my 2 long, slightly twisted horns. The rattling skull laughing. In goat.
How can we sneak upon them unawares?
I look to the cutest of our members.
And softest
Me?
talking, yeah.
Laudanum. It is time. Trick them with your deceitful guise.
What? How do you want me to trick them?
I don't know. Do your thing, man. You're the cute one. I'm scary.
I reach out under the table and I hand Londa the wig. It worked
The
once.
wig.
It'll work again.
Okay. Put
I
the
will
wig
grab
on.
the hat and hold on to it.
I head over to them. And where's the group? They're below us, you said, if I remember correctly?
They're in a bush.
In a bush hiding behind a couple other people, right?
Yes.
The bush hiding behind a couple of people. So I put on the wig. I head over to them. And I I say, hello, fellow party goers. What you got there? Something.
That was almost
Something
seductive.
What is this goat doing? It's like yammering away. Position, we should do something.
What?
What do you want to do?
Position.
Should we take it out?
Oatmeal now.
No, but it won't shut up. It won't shut up. They cannot understand you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? Let's do this.
That would change a lot of things.
Yeah,
with
let's do this honey heist
gym
style.
guy.
Can you give me a roll to try and communicate with them?
Okay.
4d6,
3d6.
I think this is just 2d6 because you are not fainting or running around. That is a success. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh my god, it spoke. What did it say hello? Hello?
Hello, bush people. What
do you want?
You wouldn't happen to have any... You have any good drugs? I'm really into drugs. I'm really like, wow, everyone here is a square. Like, I can't do anything. Like, nothing's going on over there. Like, maybe you're partying here in the bush. Like, you're all secretive, so I guess you guys kind of know stuff. So, I just want to chill out. We're chilling out. Yeah. Just chilling out,
Yeah.
Just chilling out.
We've got drugs. Come on back here. We'll get you some. Come on.
Coming back, huh?
Yeah, just
Bro, am I high right now, or did a goat just ask us for drugs?
step into our office.
In your bush?
Yeah. Come on back here. Quick, before someone sees you.
Guys,
All right, they've fallen for the ruse, Oatmeal. What's our play now?
Yeah, laudanum. Or what do? You stepping in?
He decides, thinking, okay, I could go in this bush, but you guys could come out here. You know what's even greater? Come out here, and then we can all get high out here. Why get high in the bush? It's a waste of a high, right?
Look,
you're gonna see some leaves.
Goat, demon, or whatever the fuck you are. If this is your first attempt to buy drugs, you're not doing it very well. You don't want to be seen. You need to step out where someone might see you. Come back here and we'll give you the drugs.
The logic is impeccable. I jump in. Laudanum jumps in. He's
okay. One of them pulls a knife on you.
You can't. The logic is there. It's just
all
not
right.
there.
Oatmeal and
Sorry, I think my connection was fucked up. What's the deal with these guys in the bush?
they're Veilers
Oh fuck.
that are spying on the leadership of the Hollows.
Yep.
Okay.
So
And now they've got laudanum at knife point.
the rest of you, Laudanum steps
Just
into the
faints.
bush,
Just
and you see one of them pull a
immediately
knife on him from behind, and they hold it to him, and he's now a hostage. What do you do?
Immediately faints, by the way, Laudanum. He's just completely limp.
They're just like, oh fuck, did you kill that goat? I didn't kill the goat. I only just pulled my knife. Make sure no one saw us. We're good.
I'm
We're
going
good.
to.
Macrack,
I'm going to-
charge through and separate them so we can take them individually.
No, Macrek. Use the leadership against them instead. Hit that. Look at that weak little bitch boy, the fairy guy. Fucking knock him into the bushes. Kick his ass.
Are there any trees, small, low-hanging trees by the bushes?
Oh yeah, yes, it's a very dense area right there.
Oh, fantastic! Then I'm going to circle around from behind, and I'm going to charge at the smallest tree I can find, and literally try to knock it into the bush to scatter them apart.
Oh my god, give me Ben Barr's
With
lift
my
game.
haste.
Oh wait, no, wrong game. Okay. Yeah, Give me 66. This is fighting and headbutting. This is like the one thing you do, clearly.
The one thing that I do well. I do a lot of shit poorly, but the one thing I do well.
And once again, one success.
Nice.
Man.
Okay. You're in a tight spot. The GM describes how the situation gets a little worse. Okay. So, hang on. Let me read the other rules about successes. Okay, so the Veilers are going to represent a difficulty 10 obstacle.
Yep.
So
that is one success. We're at 9. You
Should
ram
be 2?
into what?
Should it be 2 because Timur got 1 and he went up and convinced him to sell him
Yes,
truck?
yes, that's right. That's right. Thank you.
8 more.
Away.
Between
You-
2 people.
You single out the smallest tree you can find, and you run right into it, knocking it down, and you're trying to knock it into the Veilers.
Yes, to spill them out of the bush into the middle of the alleyway.
Yeah, so the tree begins to fall. It's creaking, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And they like jump out of the way at the last second. Like two of the 3 of them dive out of the way, and the other one pulls out his knife, and is like got Laudanum, like he like puts it up to Laudanum's neck. He's like, "Damn you goats! We would have gotten away with this if it hadn't been for you."
For you kids,
Yeah,
because kids.
I got it.
Get it.
I got it.
Oh my god.
So
Well, that was it for me. That was the straw that broke the goat's back. Okay.
all right, I'm gonna cue up some combat music here.
Oh shit, we're
Rat
gonna
battle,
fight.
please.
Yeah, you're
Rat
fighting
battle.
fucking Veilers. Yeah, it's rap battle for sure.
We're rats, for sure.
Since
Okay.
we're not humans, wouldn't the Veilers like us?
True.
You're interfering with them.
Oh, I see how it is.
They don't like it.
Mm.
All right.
Oatmeal. Guys, what are you doing?
Yeah, Oatmeal, what are you doing?
Is Laudanum waking up or
I was gonna
regained
say,
his
is
sentence?
Laudanum still? He's passed out, but or waking up? Is he still being held by one of them?
Yeah, he is now like literally being held with a knife to his neck.
All right, I run up to the guy holding him and start to just try and like eat the sleeve off the arm holding the knife, trying to get at his arm.
Oh my god. Okay, give me 46.
Can Laudanum run some sort of distraction by being cuter, snuggling against him?
You don't want to stab me, mister.
Look up with eyes, be like,
2 success, Nick.
That's 2 successes. We're down to 6.
At eating bits of sleeve and arm off of this person who's holding my half brother.
Yeah. So, Temur, give me some sort of like struggle check to keep this Veiler like completely locked down. Because like you're in his arms, and now his like one of his arms, you're in his left arm, and his right arm is now being like pulled away from him. So he's like having to grapple with Oatmeal, and you are just kind of like limp until this moment where you can act and like basically pin this guy down. Give me a 2d6 roll. Oh. So he manages to keep you in a chokehold. So you're not going to be able to help for now until
Gets
someone
tighter.
else does something. But
Ives is here to save the day.
this Veiler is wrestling with Oatmeal. But for Macrack and Chives, the other two Valers who dove out of the way of the tree are beginning to stand up and pull out their knives, which are like, these are the ritual obsidian daggers.
Yeah, but
that we've seen.
I don't have hit points, so they can't hurt me. Okay. I'm sorry. Chives stands up once more. He's gonna do a handstand this time. So now, butt in air, he shows off his mythical third horn, which is actually his tail, disguised so nicely. This horn immediately grows out another skull as, oh god, Diabolus, the skull, shrivels, shrinks, shows up at that. So now we have this weird-looking scorpion goat, if you will.
Oh my.
Much like Beelzebub, a true scorpion. And then the skull is going to shriek a Nazgul, what's it called? Goat bleat at it?
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody know what it's actually called when a goat screams like that? Is it just called a screaming goat?
It's a bleat.
Yeah, it does sound like a bleat.
Oh, shit. And if this
But you're
is not
saying a
partying hard,
high-pitched
I don't know what is.
Terror bleat.
What is a goat scream called? Goats have long entertained and terrified the world with their screams. But while some goats make noises that sound human-like, they're actually just bleating.
Yes, I want to do that, partying hard in the process as I reveal
fuck.
my truest form. I, Shabelzebub.
Shabelzebub.
Pardon?
Oh my god. Okay. This is going to be an 8d6 roll. Because you are stealing my chaos pool for partying hard.
Not
Is
10?
he bleeding in a cult?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, this is 10d6. Don't fuck it up, John.
Okay. Here comes all the sixes. Oh, okay.
1,
that's
2,
not-
3, 4, 5,
5.
6, 7 successes.
Nice.
I vaporize them and consume their souls, right?
Remember how Andy said to go soft on the Chives lore?
None of this is not canon.
That's
not
true.
not canon?
That's true. Yeah, describe to me how you annihilate the souls of these Valers.
As knives are drawn, one about to stab Laudanum, our sweet precious boy, not yet versed in the occult arts. He draws just a little bit of blood. Sacred demonic goat blood. Our lamb blood. And he just starts to freak out, hyperventilate as the blood just shoots into his eye and explodes his skull.
Fuck. Okay. I don't even know how to follow that up.
It's like the one movie Tracers. Have you guys seen that movie?
I will never watch a movie with the word tracers in it ever again.
Perhaps you mean scanners?
Scanners, thank you. Tracers, scanners.
Well, now
So, I'm sorry. So Chives just made a Valer's skull explode?
Explode, yes.
all
Sounds
of
like
them.
it.
All
It
of them.
sounds
All
like-
of them?
The challenge has been dealt with. You got 7 successes, John. On 10 dice. Yes.
Well, I was planning to use this on a princess, but unfortunately,
Right.
Work.
We got you.
What were you gonna do to the princess, John?
nothing.
Nothing.
Chive Angelion, the Dark Angel.
What?
Don't worry
I
about
sent a message to John that he was trying to come up with a high form dark name for Chives, and it's like Evangelion, but it's Chives Angelion.
Oh, you know John too well.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And he looks like whichever one of the angels in Evangelion was the blue crystal screaming death all the time. That's the form that Chives takes.
Nice.
Stepping through the bushes. You hear rustling in the bushes as
We scatter.
Wick Moss enters and
I-
goes, "What?"
What the fuck?
I duck my head under Londa. pick him up, and just pull.
Oatmeal scatters or climbs up into the tree. Chives, you are standing here in a demonic form, and this asshole is coming through the bushes and is about to spot you.
I dissipate like mist.
And as he steps through, he like quickly scans the area and notes the bodies on the ground. But just like instincts ablaze, he's looking around for other threats, other motions, and there's none to be seen. Wick like takes note of the bodies, the sacrificial blades, and like does a grave warden like call, like a specific whistle sound, and several grave wardens come jogging over, and he's like, clean these up, don't let anyone know what happened here, we'll figure it out later.
Sounds like Wick.
But he's like, stay vigilant.
There
Something
we go.
else, something did this, and
There
it
are
wasn't,
no
and it
demons
wasn't,
nearby.
and it wasn't me.
There we go.
There's one less sacrificial dagger on the ground because Oatmeal ate it.
He ate it.
8? Nice.
He,
Oh, God.
he cracked
Nice.
the obsidian and ate the sacrificial dagger.
Does that do anything?
I don't know. You can decide if that does something, but his power is eating, and he was hungry for vengeance
Fuck. Okay.
to protect his brother. And in his frenzy, he just tried to eat one of the daggers.
Okay. So, over the next 10 minutes or so, there will be a lot more grave wardens stationed around the party. As you all rejoin in whatever disguise you want to take, or however you want to approach the party to complete your missions, your objectives. But we'll take a quick break here before we come back and resolve our goat crashing extravaganza. We'll be right back, everyone.
Oh, drama.
Alrighty, we're back.
Every time, Temmer.
We're back with Goat Crashers in Song of the Ravenlands. Okay, so you all have thwarted the. So I rolled on the what secretly is going on at the party table, and I rolled a 3, assassination attempt on visiting dignitary. They were going to attempt to kill Torvald, strangely enough, even though he's not human. But it's been dealt with. So, yeah, but you all came here to do your own thing, not save the town yet again. This is, this is deep lore of all the ways that these goats have saved the town, unbeknownst to them. They're the true heroes of the Ravenlands. But Oatmeal,
Sure.
You and Laudanum, your sibling, are trying to steal Canape. How do you pronounce it?
Canapes?
Canapes.
Canapes.
Never
For
seen
your
that word
Pancakes.
before. Never seen that word before.
pancakes for your mother.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Yes.
On fancy snacks.
Yeah. But it is getting quite late in the evening, and most of the hors d'oeuvres have been finished off. They have been switching to all the veggies and the pies and the fruit tarts, and there aren't a lot of the hors d'oeuvres left. But you all know that it is the king of the kitchen, Merrick, the Inquisitive himself, who is in there busting his butt making food. So if you are going to want an order of canapes, you may need to place a special request with the chef. Or find some other way, because there is not enough left at the dinner table. Meanwhile, Macrack, you y'all blitzed the punch bowl, and your goal is to get hammered and make a best man speech or a toast.
It's to give a speech thanking the host, which I'm going to play a little fast and loose with because it sounds like a best man speech.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Excellent. And meanwhile, Chives and Diabolus, your goal is to dance with Regalda Stormeye.
Yes.
Yes. Regalda is looking bored. She doesn't really know anybody here, and now she is lingering outside of the dance floor. No one seems to be inviting any of the dwarves to dance. They are insistent. The Fae and elves are there's a band of Fae and elves that are playing music, and the dwarves just like don't seem to know how to dance to it. It's not their jam. Regalda and a lot of the other dwarves look like they want to get involved, but they just like don't know the songs. They don't know the dances of the people of this area.
It sounds like I know what I need to do.
Yeah. Would you like to
Should
go
we-
first?
I can if you guys want.
Go ahead. I got a way to support
Right. Okay. Oh, now I'm worried because I don't know.
you. You go.
Okay.
Find a way to help, I'll help.
Ugh. Trying to get her attention didn't work, but it was because Chives was being too secret. He was skulking in an alleyway. This time he needs to use some I guess enchantment magic to make him appear more humanoid like, kind of like a Faunus but shorter, more dwarf even height. So like a stunted Faunus. I think those guys are they pretty big? I don't
The fawn?
remember. Yeah, the faun.
Yeah, they're like equivalent in size to humans. Maybe like a little shorter.
Well,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
sure.
be shorter than they are. Maybe only going up to one's chest or belly. And then, Chives, under illusion magic, he's gonna be the hot, spicy salsa dancer to invite the prettiest girl on the dance floor that everyone else is clearly too shy to go up to.
Oh my god.
Play some damn salsa music, Nick.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
I think you see, as this is happening in the background, Macrack has picked up the drugs that the Veilers had. That they pretended they had.
They
They're
did
gonna
not have drugs.
They absolutely did, Nick.
They had drugs, Nick.
Yes,
They had
and
No one's a
yes,
paper
and
sober.
Yes, and he has made his way over to the musicians, and he will be like, "Hey, need you to play a song, salsa song, a spicy song,
how spicy are we talking?
spicy enough to give you this." I'm gonna hold his hand out and hand the drugs to the musicians.
Give me a 2d6, please.
You got it. One success.
One success. They'll like grab the bag right off you and be like, "We've got a couple other requests. We'll get to it in a minute." And they like move on to their next song. So
I'm content with that.
you're gonna have to hold out a little bit there, Chives.
That's fine.
All right. So you can give me, however, a 46 for your transfiguration. Your Polyjuice Morphin Power Rangers.
Screaming 2 successes.
Okay. Yeah. You look very dashing, very handsome.
I get one of those like hot red, loose fitting shirts that have a deep V
Oh yeah.
into my furry chest.
Mm-hmm.
My cloven hooves look a little bit more like toes rather than as hooves.
All right. Nice.
They look like toes and not dancing shoes.
I'm still a fawn. Ish. Fawn.
Oh,
I don't wear pants.
you're walking up to Regalda?
I'm dancing up to Regalia.
Oh.
I want to do this during the song, get everyone's attention, and invite her onto the floor without saying a word.
Okay, well, the salsa has not started.
Then I guess I wait until the salsa music starts, Nick.
Even better. even better.
Meanwhile,
Draw her
Meanwhile.
attention, and then when you get her attention, then the salsa music will play.
Okay. Let's do that. So once I sense the upbeat of drums, I'll move on to the dance floor and start. But meanwhile, what's happening with the two brothers?
Yes.
two brothers. Using the rooftops and our climbing skills, we are making our way over the rooftops towards the kitchen, following the smell of fancy foods and apes, which is, I think, how we would be pronouncing it as the wayward goats that we are. So,
Damn her.
Laudanum steals a bottle of wine.
Very nice, very nice.
Until we arrive at the kitchen, at which point,
Oh dear. Oh god. Oh my god. Are you... Goats. Who let the goats in here? Okay, you just stay out of the kitchen. I have to keep this sanitary. Friends of Chives, just help yourself to whatever you want out there.
I notice that there is an empty hors d'oeuvre tray at the edge of a table, and I rear up and kick it angrily off onto the ground, and then walk over to it where it is clattered extremely loudly, like comedically, like wow, 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 taking forever to stop spinning on the ground, and stare at it, and then stare up at Merrick, and then back to it, and then back up at Merrick.
2 chaos dice worth of loud spinning.
Sure. That sounds good. Excuse me. If you're trying to file a complaint, you can... I don't care.
Damn.
Uh,
Eric is fucking cold.
Can I digest the obsidian blade in my stomach and release a burp of, like, dark magic into the kitchen?
Yes, give me that. That's a 3d6 for fun. Oh
Triple
my
success.
god. What erupts from the depths of your belly?
You hear just the sound of glass breaking, and then a deep, dark burp and a horrible purple, almost Casper-shaped burp cloud comes up and engulfs Merrick. And inside that cloud, he can understand me, and I am saying, "Give me some motherfucking canapes."
Bitch, now.
Wow, that was impressive.
And then it passes, and then it passes, and he's not even sure he heard anything.
He like looks at the goat, looks at the plate, looks at the goat, looks at the plate. All right, fine. And grabs the plate, like throws it in the sink to be washed, and starts some stuff up on the griddle. What goes into canapes?
Canapes are little, like, hors d'oeuvres, like the little, phyllo cups, or little crostini, little finger sandwiches, you know.
They look so good. So
They're
bread.
past apps. Yeah,
Go-
past apps.
Is that goat cheese? Or like a
Can be.
hummus? Does it?
They're not a fixed thing. Canapé is just generally like a handheld snack, but fancy.
Okay. Merrick will ask,
So
like...
Merrick's like chef's choice, like whatever Merrick wants to make.
Okay, so I think Merrick is going to pull together some ricotta. And he's like, "Well, what do you guys want on it? Do you want olives?"
Laudanum.
Sure. Sure.
Give him the damn
You got-
sandwich.
How about everything? Put everything on it.
I've got
you know?
egg. Is egg cool? Do you goats like egg?
Yeah. Yeah, but anything. Don't worry. Put it all on.
All right.
We like it all.
I digest another bit of glass and burp up to create a conversation space again. And in it I say, our mother is Epicurean. She wants to try the delicacies that the chef recommends.
You got it.
Omakase style. Give us your best shot.
Excellent.
And then the burp passes, and then it's nothing.
So Merrick will pull together slices of bread with ricotta, and then there's like some salmon on there, eggs and chives. There's olives. There's cucumber and mint. It's probably good. Maybe some sort of berry on there as well. Yeah, and anything else you want. He pulls together like a smorgasbord,
Excellent.
a charcuterie platter, if you will.
Perfect.
Yeah, that 3 successes was just impressive. And he I'm trying to think of how I can make this challenge more interesting, but you just like bossed it.
When you roll well.
So he's almost done. I think I will burp one more time, and a tiny shard of glass comes up and falls on the kitchen floor. And in that communication burp, I also say, also she is gluten intolerant, and then the cloud passes again.
Yeah. I don't have anything else to put them on.
Crackers.
Crackers have gluten, my young friend.
Have you no lentil crackers?
Lentil crackers?
Sure. It's a gluten-free cracker option.
That's cool that exists. Sure. Yeah, he'll find some gluten-free crackers for you all.
I mean, like in one goat standing on another, can Laudanum and I like put our hooves up on his shoulders and be like, "You don't have fucking almonds?"
Oh no, almonds.
What
Those
about
are
like a lettuce wrap or something that has these
Yeah.
things inside of it.
He just throws like a head of lettuce at you.
It makes a salad.
Just tossing ricotta and lettuce and all the ingredients. Okay, you've acquired
We've got our food.
your food.
It's on a tray.
Fantastic.
Can he impale it on Laudanum's horn so that we can carry it back to the mountains?
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay,
Mission accomplished, boys. Good
you've
job.
got what you need.
We did it.
All
Let's
Now we
right.
go back. Now we go back to help with the ritual.
We
Speaking
need that salsa music.
speaking of the ritual,
Yes.
the music hits.
I step onto the dance floor, red shirt flowing, goat fur tousled in the night air. The moon's up, the stars are out. Oh, it's a beautiful night to fall in love.
Oh my. Hello there.
Hola.
This music, it is invigorating.
Yes.
Tell me, is this a special kind of music they have here in the Hollows? It is
No, it is just for you.
for me.
Yes. Come, we must dance.
I wouldn't know how to dance to something like this.
I will lead. Just believe in me.
She inhales and takes your hand. Give me a roll.
Yeah, what kind?
I have no fucking clue. Does this
There you
involve occultism or bleeding loudly?
Well, it's all based on trickery and demon worship, so hell yeah, brother.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna try. So let me explain to you Chives' plan here. Chives' plan here.
Okay.
What he wants to do is to get this child to become a conduit for his mother, the demoness Ishtar, if you will. And that way, she can be both blessed and their mom, all of their mom, Chives' mom, can have a way of influence in the world again after she was banished and sent away to hell. So, that's the goal. So if this isn't occultism, I don't know what it is. But also, we're playing Spanish salsa music dances, and Chives is not a dancer. So
Okay.
what do you want?
I like the idea that this is a ritual. So we've talked about magic in our world, and it requires a couple of things. I don't know if I've been explicit about this.
No.
It requires that you have a source of power, like to channel energy into your magic. It
That's what dance
requires.
is for.
It requires, and then it requires either ability to do magic, like invoke the magic, and basically the only beings that most of the beings that can do that are the gods. Like they can simply, like, they have what is called divine authorship. They can rewrite reality the way they see fit. They just have the ability to do that. But what you all
come up and says come.
right. But what some scholars of magic have discovered, people like Lyrica, like some of our sexy battle wizards, and Vale has passed some of this along to the Veilers, and that is, instead of having the ability, if you understand a pattern, something that connects and signifies the relationship between things, that can substitute for the ability to do magic. You are having the world itself do the magic and telling it what exactly you want. So your dance is going to be a pattern.
Nice.
And
I'm
you're...
I can't do that joke.
Oh my god, John.
Did you
Give
like
me-
the roll?
I do like it. Give me... Does this this incantation, this ritual, involve bleeding loudly?
Oh, yes. But
Okay.
they sound like Spanish salsa. Yes, instead.
Give me 66, please.
I need 3 6s with this, guys. Let's be real.
On themselves.
5 successes, though.
That is 5 successes. Okay.
As they say in our tongue, unate... No, I can't do Spanish. I was going to say join me in hell in Spanish, but a little hard for a non-native speaker. Does she fall in love?
You are a fantastic lead, or at least she perceives you to be a fantastic lead, and yet you are so keenly focused on the steps and the movements, making sure that every step is exactly where it needs to be to invoke this pattern. And you are petitioning your mother, the demoness Ishtar, to invoke her ability as well as a being of magic to channel and complete the pattern and invoke the energy required to complete this, which will help her. But she needed a focus in this plane to invoke the magic. And you nail it. You've been practicing this for months. And the song goes perfect. The dance, exquisite, pristine. And your magic happens. right as Regalda is just really getting into the flow of things from your lead.
I'm glad that she joined me on this floor, our mamacita.
The magic itself doesn't manifest in any sort of visual or auditory way here. But you can tell that the spell is complete. Right as the song is ending.
We do the dip down and we pose for the audience of stunned dwarves.
And there's raucous applause. Yeah, wow, oh my god. Of course, no one else knew how to dance to this, because no one
That's
else
fair.
knows this ritual. Somehow the band knew exactly what you were looking for, though.
You're in on the take.
Would you say that the sort of shared experience of unfamiliar, incredibly sexy music awakened some sort of spirit in the nearby canyons who was quite abundant, one might say?
I do love to party.
Francois.
Nah, that dude's dead. At this point in
What?
time,
No,
that
but
dude is
no.
dead.
Let him be
Canonically, that
dead.
hasn't happened yet. I thought this
True.
is this party is before we meet him.
This is
Yes.
true.
Yeah, that, and he has not been summoned forth from beyond the land of death.
So
So,
I'm saying I think this song awakened him somehow.
oh yeah. I mean, the dude had contingencies on contingencies on contingencies with his magic. He definitely in some way witnessed this. And it
Well.
was arousing.
What does Torvald think of this endeavor?
I think Torvald, he's totally into it. I think he's like, I'm glad my daughter's having a good time. Wait, maybe we should see some of the moves you have. Hey?
Fuck off!
Oh,
I'm still bleeding internally from my fight to the death.
you hardly took a hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
And now, Regalda stares into your slitted eyes, and she's just breathing heavily from the intense dancing, and she's like, "Oh, thank you. That was wonderful. And you are? You never told me your name. I'm Regalda."
It is nice to meet you, but now, like a ghost of the night, I must flee.
No, please. And she like grabs your hand. Stay.
It
I've-
slips out, for what she grabs is no real hand, but a hoof. Luckily, the enchantment is over her eyes. I am so sorry, but I must go. Can't goats kiss hands?
They can kind of like nibble
I nibble her hand
and like move their lips
between her thumb and index finger. I am so sorry. But I will always be in your heart,
Please.
soul, mind,
Please. Your name.
and dreams. I am. I say my demonic real name. And complete the ritual and run.
And she
I
just
the
yells
spell,
after
run.
you, "I didn't quite catch that! No!"
Oof.
All right. Well done.
Macrek?
Yeah, Macrack, you've been getting blitzed. You've been getting hammered. You've been hanging out by the punch bowl, imbibing as much as you can, and you
Absolutely.
are sufficiently drunk at this point. What's next for you?
Well, Macrack had been preparing for in case something went wrong with the ritual as a way to distract Torvald to get him and his compatriots out there, but it seems like everything has gone well. So I'm not sure there's much for Macrack to do but continue to get drunk.
Fantastic.
The real question is, have we accomplished our goals?
Let's
Have you?
I have not.
I believe Laudanum and Oatmeal stole the. They didn't really steal the canapes.
We bullied.
They
Yep.
solicited.
Yeah.
Gaslit.
Chives danced with Regalda. And you've gotten hammered, but you haven't quite made a speech.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Temmer.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous. This is insane. Thank you, Temer.
So
Temmer,
I
how long
think
did you
if
just
I'm
spend finding the PNG of fire to add to your screen?
A few seconds, actually.
Okay.
Surprisingly available quite readily.
Okay.
So I think Macrack, sufficiently drunk at this point, will go up to Torvald. And then, at this point, hopefully, he's going to try and speak. And magically, he hopes that Torvald can understand him. Drunk as he is, it probably doesn't matter.
What does he say?
But do I... He'll go up and be like, Torvald, my man, Chives. He's an ibex in honor and action. The connection that he and your daughter were going to have is one for the ages, a love that will stand to the test of time. Just 5 minutes ago, when he stared through the back of Rick Moss's soul, his eyes connected with Regalda, right through his back, like right through the armor and everything. She's something special. Of the 3 or 4 or 6 other ladies that Chives has been with in this past year, I mean, hey, she is by far the best. Now, my boy Chives here, we have this special bond. One might say a sacrificial pact between brothers and otherworldly forces that have sealed the destiny of these 2 lovebirds. And my good man, who has raised this wonderful and amazing woman, who I know that my boy Chives wants to be with. I have one real question for you, good sir. Do you have any other daughters?
Give me 2d6, please.
Shit.
That's 2
Those are
successes.
successes.
That's
Double
2
success.
successes. Oh my god. Wow, that was. Huh. Rick, my friend. You all sure know how to party here at the Hollows. Young man, young goat. I do have yet another daughter.
Really?
Tamea, would you please come over here? And there is another like beautiful looking dwarf woman who steps forward, and she's like, "Hello, I'm Tamea. Everyone loves my sister Regalda, and she. Oh my god, why? What do you want?"
I think at that point, Macro could be like, Regalda, who's that? All I see is you.
Do you want to show me the knife throwing? I've always wanted it to do it.
Alright, let's go. I grab another bottle of wine and drag her away.
Thanks, Daddy. And she leaves. To join you.
Man setting his daughters up with goats. What's wrong?
The
Nothing.
dwarves have fallen upon hard times, but you never know.
Oh god. Oh my god. Okay.
I dare say.
So, the two, well, you, Macrick, have a pleasant evening. Chives disappears into the darkness of the night under the pale moon. Laudanum and Oatmeal. You all.
We need to get our tray out of the city and up into the hills.
Yeah, I think it's dark enough that there's not a huge issue. You all make the trek out into the foothills, and meet up with your mother. What?
It's just a big ass stone with glowing eyes that just reverberate in the night. It's only her spiritual form since she can't materialize.
And I note that the stone is unblemished, and I say, Mother, I'm so relieved. They said you were injured in town. They called you Bloody Mary.
The eyes glow bright,
There we go. That's our
burning.
third. Okay.
Number 3.
Number 3?
It's the third. That was
Yeah.
for John. It's the third
Bloody
time
Mary,
that we
Bloody
said
Mary,
Bloody,
Bloody
Mary.
Mary.
In the
A silence falls upon the
There we go.
hills.
Okay.
Damn hills. As his brothers stand before the statue, Macrek being dragged along by Chives.
Hmm.
I'm doing quotation marks now. The hors d'oeuvres, a offering of the world that they know of's greatest chef, a cleric's hands connected to the divine. Oh my god, what more could the demoness want to feast upon as she regains her body and sentience into this world?
Could I choose this time to party hard?
Yes.
Yes.
What are you trying to do?
Hell yeah.
We're outside the I assume the boundaries were in the city. We meet Mother. I just want to find some local constabulary to just like trash the place and just act like a silly goat.
Okay. Give me a retroactive crash or trash the place on your way out of town. That would be we'll say that involves running around and you're taking my chaos pool. So give me 6d6, Temur.
So that would be 1d6 right there, and the rest of the 5.
That's two.
Wow.
That's 2 successes. That's still 2 successes. Yeah, you sufficiently just knock a bunch of shit over, break a bunch of shit.
Smash a couple of windows. I
Yeah.
want to
Let's raise hell.
raise hell a little bit.
Exactly. Well
Say a
done.
fuck you to low low level constable or two, and then
When that guy
Get out of
wakes
there.
up,
and get out
he's
of
gonna
there.
be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
That dude's coming, his buddies, the other guards came back and are checking on him, and you just kick him in the chest while he's trying to recover. Shit. Okay.
Born to be bad. Born to be bad.
Oh my god.
All right. You all have gathered in the hills before this rock. Chives appears with Macrek in tow.
Ooh. As laudanum, oatmeal, Macrek, and Chives stand together in a line, the shadows begin to gleam and cover them all as they form into the actual Chives, the brown-furred ibex with a skull, I think jawless, penetrated on his right or left horn, I can't remember.
Left.
Chives, combined now, looks up to the statue. Your will, Mother. It is complete.
The eyes
And the
pulse.
surrogate knows not of our plans.
There is a pulsing of the eyes, and then they grow dim, satisfied. And then they dim even further to a very low glow. A faint sign of life, but it has moved on to other things.
Good. In Chive's mind, where his fractured psyche and soul rests, scattered into 4 separate things, for how else can one goat pay so well attention to the world, to act out in inexplicable ways, to be skilled in so many things? He lets the goat in charge, most of the time, Oatmeal, take over.
Chives takes a wide stance, rears back his head, and releases a powerful demoness bleat that down in the hollows is At such a deep register that down in the hollows, all that can be heard is a rumble of thunder.
Merrick steps outside. All right, everyone. I think a storm's coming. I think we should wrap things up. Dola, Hogue, please.
The thunder says, compliments to the chef.
Excellent.
Go
All right.
crashing, everybody.
Give us the outro, Nick.
Okay. This has been Fable Table. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us while we play this ridiculous game in our ridiculous world.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Chives lore is only getting better.
It's only getting better. Season 3 is just going to be goats taking on the Rust Prince.
Nice.
I think it's amazing that Chives has deeper lore than most of the cast in the show.
Not the characters, the cast.
The cast.
The cast.
Well, Temer,
I'm a boring man in real life.
thank you for joining us, Temer. It was really fun to have you.
Thank you for last minute adding me, and yeah, I try my best. This is a crazy world you built. I mean, these one shots. I have no idea what's going on. I try my best, and wow. Hopefully,
Yes.
I didn't bring you guys down or with my lack of ability to create humor. But I don't know.
No,
My-
this was
I don't know,
good.
buddy.
You did a great job. I think that
everything you're putting up there for a long time.
I'm more quiet than I should be, but I make it up for my visual silliness and
Yes.
humor. And one
I mean-
last, I will bring myself back up. So
That's a side of Chives' personality, though, is the contemplative, quiet, but also really sarcastic, humorous side. So that needs to be there in the gestalt of Chives' mind.
yes.
Made a mark on history today, Temer. Welcome.
oh,
Hold
you
on.
guys are sweet. Guys are sweet. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Does anyone have any plugs they want to give before we wrap?
What?
You have any goat related puns?
Yeah.
Like did any
Buttons, random shout outs.
Yeah. Shoutouts. That's what I meant.
Oh.
Sorry. I got very little sleep last night, and I am just on the struggle bus today.
Oh,
You're good,
me and Shadow will be, or Brian will be at. John will try to kill our characters on his own channel this Saturday. So
I'm not
watch
gonna
that.
Try.
Yeah, well,
There is no try, only do.
you won't do it, because John sucks. Yes, I went there.
Wow!
I went there.
I get you VIP access to a goat game, and now you say fuck you. Get us out of here. Andy, what are you up to?
Not anything specific. I got no plugs. Tune in next week when we return to more fuckery in the Hollows.
Well, specifically, it sounds like that y'all will be heading to Galler Hall next. At least that's what I've heard from at least one of you.
Sorry. Tune in next week for fuckery in Galler Hall.
Yeah, I think next week's episode is just going to be titled "Death of a Curator." And behind me, I have Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, the board game, out and
Yes.
open as I'm doing some prep. So,
Oh my God.
Nice.
look forward to a murder mystery. I'm really, really excited.
Should be fun.
Yeah. Brian, do you want
As for
to give a
me,
plug?
yeah. You can catch me randomly streaming here for the next couple of weeks as I continue to run the Random Percent Cup for Dragon Warrior Randomizer on the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Discord and corresponding channel. This morning, I ran my seed, and I'm currently sitting in first place, knock on wood, for the
Whoa.
group for the week. Yes, there have been about maybe 60% of the runners have run and submitted their times, and I'm sitting in first. Actually, just checked, and I'm still there right now. There's about maybe 10 more people that have to run the race. So
It was a
If I'm able to stay up there, I automatically make the playoffs for winning this week, which is good because I haven't done well enough to make the playoffs by scoring lots of points. So
was
I
like a
better fucking win.
25-minute run. It was like the fastest Dragon
20
Warrior I've ever seen you
21
do.
minutes.
21 minutes.
21 minutes.
Wow.
What's
This-
the
this week-
average?
Well, I mean, this week had a different flag set. There's an alternate win condition called Cursed Princess, which means you find cursed belts, and then whenever you rescue the princess, she always takes a token of affection from you, and you give her a cursed belt, and then she gets cursed, and you win the game. It's great. And I was able to find everything I needed right away, win a couple of lucky fights, and limp my way home to make it. So,
Well done.
Right. Ryan, I'll say legitimately, as a child, I never finished that game. It was so difficult. I've
it's
always
so
given
grindy.
up.
It's so grindy. The randomizer is way more fun.
Uh,
You should try it. It's a good time.
good job. Just
Thank
good
you.
job.
Okay.
Okay.
Temmer, do you have any plugs? Oh, you plugged your Saturday game. Do you have anything else?
No, I don't really do anything else online. So yeah, see John Dungeon Master Saturdays. Me and Brian, we try to survive against John's killing attempts, but we do it.
You make
So
it
far.
sound like I'm a bloodthirsty maniac. You know me so well.
Yeah.
Take us out. Get us out.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week with more Song of the Ravenlands. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Buenas noches.